For generations, the path to success in America has been sold to us like a recipe. Study hard, get good grades, go to a good college, get a good job, work your way up, retire comfortably. It's the formula your parents believed in, your teachers preached, and every guidance counselor in every high school across the country has repeated for the last 70 years. There's just one problem. If your goal is to become a billionaire, almost none of it matters. In fact, a closer look at how the world's richest people actually got there suggests that the traditional college path may not just be unnecessary. It may actively work against you. The data is uncomfortable. The pattern is undeniable. And the implications for how we think about education, success, and wealth in the 21st century are bigger than most people are willing to admit. Start with the names everyone knows. Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard. Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard. Steve Jobs dropped out of Reed College after just one semester. Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle, dropped out of 2 different universities. Michael Dell dropped out of the University of Texas. Travis Kalanick, the founder of Uber, dropped out of UCLA. Jack Dorsey, who co-founded Twitter and Square, dropped out of NYU. The list goes on and on. The pattern is so consistent that it has become a kind of cliché. The richest founders in tech almost universally walked away from formal education before finishing it. And here's the part that should stop you. They didn't drop out because they were failing. They dropped out because they realized that what they were doing on their own was already more valuable than what any classroom could teach them. The degree wasn't an asset. It was a delay. Now, the obvious objection is that these are exceptions. For every Zuckerberg, there are thousands of dropouts who didn't become billionaires. That's true. But it misses the point. The point isn't that dropping out causes wealth. The point is that finishing a degree is clearly not required for it. And once you accept that, the entire logic of the traditional path starts to unravel. Because a college degree was supposed to be the price of admission to the wealthy class. It was supposed to be the credential that opened the doors that money came through. But the people sitting on top of the modern wealth pyramid didn't pay that price. They skipped the line. They got there a different way. And that different way is what nobody teaches you in school. To understand why college doesn't make billionaires, you have to understand what college actually does. College, at its core, is a system designed to produce employees. It teaches you to follow a syllabus, meet deadlines set by other people, satisfy the expectations of authority figures, and demonstrate competence within rigid frameworks. It rewards conformity. It punishes risk. The students who get the highest grades are typically the ones who are best at giving teachers what teachers want. That is an excellent training program if your goal is to become a high-level professional, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer at a Fortune 500 company. But it is almost the opposite of the training program required to become a billionaire. Billionaires are not employees. They are not credentialed professionals. They are people who build something massive from nothing. And the skills required for that are not, for the most part, the skills that college teaches. Think about what actually creates billion-dollar wealth. It's not technical knowledge alone. There are millions of people who know how to code, how to run a business, how to manage a balance sheet. It's not raw intelligence either. There are plenty of high IQ people working salary jobs. What separates the billionaires from everyone else is something subtler. It's the willingness to take asymmetric risks, the instinct to spot opportunities that other people overlook, the discipline to execute through years of doubt and failure, the ability to build and lead teams toward an improved vision, the skill to sell ideas, raise capital, and persuade strangers to believe in you. None of these things appear on a college transcript. None of them are graded. None of them are taught in any structured way at any university in the world. They are learned by doing, by failing, by trying again. And every year spent in a classroom is a year not spent learning them. There's also the opportunity cost to think about. For years of college, plus the debt that often comes with it, plus the years spent in entry-level jobs to pay it off, plus the social conditioning that pushes you towards stability over experimentation, all of it adds up. By the time the average college graduate has worked their way into a decent salary, they are in their late 20s or 30s, deep in mortgage and lifestyle commitments, and increasingly unable to take the kind of wild risks that produce extreme wealth. Meanwhile, the future billionaire was building something in a garage at age 19, failing at it, building something else at 22, getting funding at 24, and operating a real company by 26. The dropout didn't just save tuition money. They bought themselves a decade of head start, learning lessons no professor could ever teach them. It's also worth noting how billionaires actually make money, because it explains why credentials don't matter. Billionaires don't earn their wealth through wages. They earn it through ownership. They own equity in companies that grow exponentially. A doctor making $500,000 a year will need a lifetime to accumulate even a small fraction of what a founder owning 10% of a billion-dollar company makes in a single liquidity event. The difference isn't effort. The doctor probably works harder. The difference is the structure of the payout. Wages scale linearly. Equity scales exponentially. And nobody hands you equity for having a degree. You get equity by building, founding, or investing, none of which requires anyone's permission, certification, or grade point average. There's another piece of this that often gets ignored. The college path actively trains people out of the mindset required for extreme success. Schools teach you to seek approval, to avoid mistakes, to look for the right answer. But entrepreneurship is the opposite. There is no right answer. There is no teacher to grade you. There is just the market, and the market doesn't care about your credentials. It cares whether your product solves a real problem for real customers. Many brilliant students struggle in business precisely because they spent 2 decades learning to optimize for criteria that the real world ignores. They are looking for someone to tell them they did a good job. The billionaire stopped looking for that approval a long time ago. They learned to operate without it. That mental shift is one of the hardest things to acquire, and college, by design, makes it harder. Now, this is not an argument that college is useless. For most people, in most careers, a degree is still a reasonable investment. Doctors should go to medical school. Lawyers should go to law school. People who want stable, well-paying professional careers benefit from credentials, and a college degree dramatically increases lifetime earnings on average. The argument is more specific than that. If your goal is to accumulate extreme wealth, on the order of hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, the traditional educational path is not just unnecessary. It may actually be counterproductive. It teaches the wrong skills, optimizes for the wrong outcomes, and consumes the years when the highest risk, highest reward bets are easiest to make. Look at the new generation of self-made billionaires. Many of them never even considered college. The crypto fortunes of the last decade were built by teenagers and 20-somethings who taught themselves programming on YouTube. The creator economy has produced multimillionaires who never wrote a college essay. AI startups are being founded by researchers who left their PhDs unfinished because they realized the cutting edge had moved outside academia. The pattern is accelerating, not slowing down. The skills that produce extreme wealth in the modern economy are increasingly learned outside of universities, on the internet, in communities of practitioners, through trial and error in real businesses. The university model, designed for the industrial age, simply cannot keep up with the speed at which the actual economy is moving. There's a deeper truth underneath all of this. Wealth at the billion-dollar level is not the result of being good at the existing game. It is the result of inventing a new game. And inventing a new game requires looking at the existing system with fresh eyes, ignoring the rules that everyone else is following, and being willing to be wrong in public for years until you turn out to be right. The college system, almost by definition, is the existing system. It teaches you to play the game that already exists. The people who become billionaires are the ones who decided that game wasn't worth playing and went off to build a new one entirely. That decision is incompatible with the 4-year obedience training that a degree requires. You cannot simultaneously be the student and the rebel. You have to pick. So if you're young, ambitious, and dreaming of building something massive, the question isn't whether college is good or bad. The question is whether it's the right tool for what you're actually trying to do. For most jobs, yes. For becoming a billionaire, the evidence says no. The richest people in the world figured this out early. They saved themselves the tuition, skipped the credential, and went straight to building. Some of them failed. Many of them failed. But the ones who succeeded changed the world and ended up with more money than anyone in their college class would ever see. The diploma on your wall isn't going to make you wealthy. What you build with your hands and your mind, in the years you spend trying, that's where the real money has always come from. And no university can hand that to you. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates.